And the way I look really affected my confidence, even though, a lot of people who know me wouldn't know that because I don't really show it. I have a great sense of humor, but it does affect my relationships. It affects my confidence level. Yes, it does. Yeah, I tend to hide my body. I know that I'm kind of cute, but from here down, it's like a disaster zone. And I do have a sense of humor, and I'm not vain, and I kind of joke around about my body, and when people make comments, I'll say stuff like, "Oh, I'm not fat, I'm fluffy." But the truth is, it does bother me. It does affect my confidence. I am embarrassed about it, and I do hide. And I tend to, especially when I'm with my husband, I hide my body from him. And I don't want to have to do that. The reason I decided to have a tummy tuck is because I'm not happy with my body, very basically. Now, this is a decision that I came to very quickly in my life, but it's taken me a very long time to finally make that phone call and call Dr. Drehsen, because I thought I could do it myself. I figured I'll go to the gym, I'll work out, an hour a day, I'll walk a lot, I'll eat right. And then when I wasn't able to go to the gym and keep that commitment that I'd made to myself, I felt embarrassed, ashamed that I couldn't do it myself. And here it is 10 years later, and I still don't have the body of my dreams. So this year is the year that I've decided to call Dr. Drehsen, make an appointment, make things happen for myself, and finally get what it is that I want out of life. I think one of the biggest reasons that I chose Dr. Drehsen was after my consultation, I felt, wow, this guy really gets me. And that was just like the biggest relief because I've heard horror stories. I want a surgeon who's going to have the same goals as I do, because I have this image in my mind of what it is that I want to look like, and he seems to get that. We are on the same page. I was just watching this movie the other night, and Meryl Streep was in it, and she goes to this plastic surgeon, and he tells her what he wants, okay? And she can't get out of there fast enough. She's like running out of his office, and I didn't feel that way at all. I felt perfectly comfortable with Dr. Drehsen. His goals are in sync with my goals. I just felt so relieved and so comfortable with him. I really enjoy working with Dr. Drehsen. Like I mentioned before, he really gets my goals and what it is that I want to accomplish with my body. And here's the thing. I think it's really important when you're hiring a plastic surgeon to make sure that he's the most qualified candidate. I mean, let's face it. If I were running my own company, I would want to hire the most qualified candidates. This is my body, and I want the absolute most qualified surgeon to work on me. And Dr. Drehsen has 30 years of experience. A lot of that is right here in Tampa Bay. So here is a plastic surgeon right here in your backyard that people from around the world fly in to see. That's the doctor that I want. The advice that I would give to people who are attending the seminar is to really get to know Dr. Drehsen and ask lots of questions. The most valuable tool of these seminars is that Dr. Drehsen makes his patients accessible. I mean, what a tremendous resource for you to ask all the questions that you want to. And even if you think the questions are embarrassing, most likely those are questions that, that particular patient had, or they know someone who had those issues. So ask lots of questions, get to know Dr. Drehsen, ask him lots of questions. I mean, he is here to answer your questions. Do your research.